So you might be asking, Jacob, why in the world did you go and get a floor scrubber? Been talking about it for a while. I think I've mentioned it a couple of times on the videos in the past. Been looking for one, and this weekend I really set my sights out to find one. Sorry for the audio. I'm here at my house. I don't have my microphone with me. There's a few flies flying in the background in my garage, and the absolute looks like a tornado went off. I finally reorganized a little bit over here. Moved most of my junk over here, and then the rest is, my wife getting baby items, and I sold the boat and a few things like that. We sold the boat because we just had a great opportunity. Was able to double my money on it without me having to even do any work. The people come to me. Somebody referred them to us, and we made a deal. But back to the subject at hand, I found this thing on Facebook after looking for a little bit. Facebook Marketplace. They've got a good thing going. They just need a little work on it because the search is terrible. I had to jump through all kinds of loops, and I finally found one that was like 20 miles away from me. But I ended up getting a floor scrubber. Guy put new batteries in it and let it sit for 3 years. Fortunately, they are marine batteries. So they're taking a charge. Usually I have to trick my charger on things like that. And, right now it's reconditioning the battery, so hopefully we should be in good shape. It's a 24 volt system, so I undid the system. Jumped the positive and positives together. That way I can charge both batteries at the same time. But it does have its own charger with it. I got 3 brush heads with it. Needs a little work on the squeegee, and one of the wheels broke off on the back, the main floater wheel. But as you know, that ain't no big deal here. I've already got a wheel from Harbor Freight to go back there. I'm just waiting for the batteries to get charged so I can mount it. But I believe it's a 19-gallon tank. Let's see here. Trying to not damage my garage door here. This is where your fresh water comes in. This is where your dirty water goes out. And then when you're finished, there's a drain hose back here. You just hook it over a bucket and drop it out. So hopefully this will make life at the laundromat a little easier, a little faster. And it might be able to become a daily routine. That way we can just always keep the laundromat looking nice, fresh, and clean. But once I get the batteries charged and everything fired up, I'll check back with you. So it's a couple hours later. My garage is still obviously a huge mess. Huge mess. But I got a caster and fixed the wheel that was broke on there. I've got the batteries to take a charge. Right now they're just getting conditioned. So it'll be probably a couple days or tomorrow. Sorry, I think I swallowed a bug. It'll be tomorrow before I really find out, if these batteries are going to be good or not. But let's see here. I had a drain plug that was missing. This is what the people had in it. So yeah, that was going to be a no-go. It was going to leak. There's my caster wheel, as you can see. Works pretty good. Just had to drill it there. 1, 2, 3, 4 drill, or 4 holes. Trim this bolt off a little bit. Let's see here. Back to the drain plug. I needed one. This is the first one I made. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it was actually too small. These people are currently locked out of their car at the laundromat. Let's see here. Finally figured out how to get on the app with this. Old douche Canoosh is sitting on my table. Can't stand that garbage. It makes me so mad. Freaking grown adults, and I got seats. Killing me. Let's see here. What's homeboy doing? I don't know. Anyways, here is what we made. Can't really do it with, yeah, I can't do it with that. But anyways, here's the final product. And for some reason, there we go. Now it's a little rough, but I didn't put it on extra fine quality. But it is solid, and it does fit the bill. So just go in there like so. This goes on here like so. Let's see if it can stand a little abuse. Oh yeah, perfect. So we'll screw that on and call it done. The squeegee's in my truck right now. So it wasn't too long ago that I found out what these are for. Do you know what these short little stubby screwdrivers are for? They're for carburetors back in the day, especially like 350s where the distributor was in the back. To tune your carburetor, you had to use a little screwdriver like this to get in between that and the distributor, so you didn't have to take your distributor out. And we still have them till this day. I thought that was a neat little did you know there. I found that out when I heard that. I was like, dang, that makes complete and utter sense. Charger. This is the go-go button. Here's the vacuum and the squeegee. Now we got the battery button. I'm not sure. It's going to take me a day or two of working these batteries to really get them to what the capacity I need. Let's see here. Put your foot down. There you go. So like I said, it's going to take a little bit to condition these batteries. I might have to pick up some distilled water, but this is your suction tank. As you can see how nasty it is. This is where you fill it up. So another day or so, and I think she'll be ready to roll. Got to do a few things here. Got to get the place cleaned up, of course. You know, the normal thing. I did most of my maintenance there 2 or 3 nights ago. Had a dryer that somebody had put some stuff in, and that was soaking wet. Had to clean it out, fix it. still working on the Horizon. Finally figured out what my problem was, why the door wouldn't open back up. Right now, I'm having a problem where still I shut it and I'm getting that open door. What I'm waiting there is a paint marker. I just need to pick one up. Actually, I could probably use my ink pen, but I really want to use a paint marker. And what that paint marker is going to do is, let me show you here. It's going to show me how well this is contacting this little spot right there. And I think that's my issue. So I believe that's my issue right there. It's just because if you shut the door like that, sometimes it'll work, other times you have to just push in on it a little bit and it'll start right up. So it's just little things like that. And the reason I left it in out of order status is I don't like when things don't function 100% the way they should function, and B, it's on my week off, or sorry, I'm on my week on right now, and I don't want a chance, just in case somebody's clothes gets locked up in there. One machine being down is not going to hurt me. So, but I don't know what to call it yet. If I'm just going to call it scrubby or something like that. But I finally got the floor scrubber down here. It's got two issues that I've got to fix, but it's still usable. One issue is the flow rate throttle cable is broke. I wouldn't really call it a throttle cable, but it's the flow rate cable is broke. I need to fix that. I used to part out jet skis all the time, so I've got a throttle cable laying somewhere that'll work in its place. And the second thing I've got to fix is the shutoff solenoid for the water flow. What's supposed to happen is when you turn this button on, it's supposed to disengage that solenoid, let the water start flowing, and then when you turn it off, it's supposed to engage that, and that's just not happening. So but I can still use it. What I'm doing, I've got gallon jugs. I'm filling up a gallon or two at a time. That way, I can do my floor. A gallon will do half my floor, over half my floor. But I'm really going to put it to the test today. I've got it tested out in a few spots. It's got a minor issue that I've got to address. The wheel that I bought from Harbor Freight to replace the broke one leaves a residue behind, and I'm not sure why. So I'm going to look at that and see if maybe that's just like, you know how you buy something new and it takes a little bit to wire. So, but let's get to it. I got ahead of myself the other day and forgot to clean this thing out. Yeah, it reeks terribly. So I'm gonna set you up and we're gonna knock it out real quick. see what black speed I'm talking about. So I figured out why my wheel was making that black mark. Even though I ground that bolt off, the added weight with the batteries and the whole machine itself was pushing it down just enough to where that wheel would get caught and get stuck sideways. So it's just like, you know, when you would scuff your feet across the floor. So I would say overall success. I got a spot mop a few places, but other than that, I think I'm pretty happy. Now what we'll do is we'll drain the water since the solenoid's not working. So you might be asking, Jacob, why in the world did you go and get a floor scrubber? You've got about a 1,200 square foot laundromat. Well, with mopping, you just spread the dirt around. Unless you're changing your bucket out every 5 minutes, you're just spreading the dirt around. This thing sucks it up, scrubs it off, sucks it up. You can't tell. But look how filthy that water is. But see, here's the issue. Trying to find a good example. Okay, like this flake right here. Okay, you can't see it very well on the cameras, but like where my finger is. Okay, that's a raised up edge. By the time you wipe dirt across that several times, it's like a wall. Well, actually right here is a very good, see how dirt's around that? Now you see out here where I scrubbed and there's no dirt? That's the very reason why I got a floor cleaner. Just cause it makes the whole place look better. I mean, look at that. I think that looks good. I mean, it's shining. It has a sheen to it like it's brand new. So, I mean, by the time it's said and done, I've got $400 in this. I think I got $450 because I had to buy 2 batteries for it. But I plan on selling the other 2 batteries that I had. I've got to get a solenoid and a cable. And I think this thing will run for years because, I mean, it's an electric drive motor. So, guys, here's that water. It was black. There's the water that I originally got out of it. And there's that water. Black. So, I had a conversation a couple weeks ago with the guy that does my claw machine and my little vended toys and stuff. I told him I wanted another prize redemption game. Something that maybe like a skill game or something like that. I really wanted Stacker, but he showed up with a oldie but goldie. I remember playing this thing as a kid, and I'm 30, so pretty decent little looking machine. I think it'll round us up a few dollars more a month, so we'll just check it out here real quick. It's called Gravity Hill. I'm gonna check on this right here. You can see how just that plexiglass does over the years, where it's been scratched. I'm gonna see if he wants me to polish that up for him. I may just go ahead and do it and not tell him. But we'll play it right quick. Okay. The object of the game is to get the ball up the mountain. It's hard to do with one hand. No. And that's the gist of the game. And it always pays out a prize, regardless if it's a bouncy ball or it's a I don't know what he's got in here, honestly. I'm gonna have to look. I guess these are the small prizes, these are large prizes. So for some reason his LED strip's not working. But for now it'll do. I know these bouncy balls are gonna be everywhere. Mark my words on that. That's all I've got for today. Thank you all for watching. If you like the videos, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you want to see, and I'll try to include it in the next couple videos. Really trying to get some more content out there. We're going to check on a few more things here and there, and I'll keep you updated as I go. But thank you for watching. God bless.